Stay positive. It's important to stay positive about everything that you experience in life. I know life is full of ups and downs and different ebbs and flows, and things are not always going as we plan or as we expect. So we may have certain occurrences that are tough pills to swallow. But what I want to let you know today is that it's important to stay positive, irrespective of what you are going through. And fundamentally, it's because positive energy expands and creates more and allows you to, should I say, make positive out of the situation you're going through, right? Everything that happens, we feel a certain way about it. You could feel positive about it or you could feel negative about it because life, in essence, is meaningless. It's empty of intrinsic meaning. We, as creators and as experience of life, are the ones who fill life with meaning, And this may seem a bit woo to some of you, but just take, for example, how there are things that you may enjoy that someone despises or someone hates. Things from like simple things like activities like, say, hiking or maybe particular types of food. You may see a particular type of food and it brings you so much joy, positive energy, and somebody may see that exact same thing and they may feel so negative about it because they have a past experience with it or whatever it may be. So that same thing which you're both having a shared experience of, different people have different feelings and different reactions to it. That in it of itself shows you how things are empty of meaning and we fill them with meaning with our consciousness as we experience them. In the same way, if forget two different people, just take you yourself as an example. I'm sure there are probably things that maybe some years ago you didn't like that now you love. For example, say 5 or maybe 6 years ago, I didn't really like avocados. I I despised it, like I hated avocados, but now I love avocados. What has changed is my relationship with it. What has changed is how I see it, my perspective on it. Perhaps I'm not the same person because of my viewpoint with avocados. So, will I say avocados are nasty or avocados are something that I hate? No, I won't say that. But some years ago, I probably would have said that. That alone shows you that the avocado itself is not bad or good or positive or negative. I am the one inferring my experience into it. It's the relationship, it's how I feel about it, what I think about it, my belief systems that is causing me to see it one way or another, right? So, with that example, let's just look at life in general. Like I said, we all go through different things, certain circumstances we don't plan for, and certain circumstances bring us sadness. They don't meet our expectations. We want things to go a certain way and they don't go that way, so we end up not feeling good about what has happened, right? We end up having negative feelings about it, and other situations too probably bring us positive feelings. But what I am trying to say here today is, irrespective of what you go through, you always have the choice or the opportunity to see that experience as a positive one or a negative one. The thing is, positive and negative are just vibrational states. Positive doesn't always mean good, and negative doesn't always mean bad. Positive vibrationally expands. It creates more, it expands, and negative sort of sucks in. So that is like vibrationally how they're working. So something that may maybe generally be seen as negative could actually bring you positive insights, could actually bring you positive results. It could lead you towards a positive path. Let's say you're planning on going somewhere. Maybe you're going for a meeting or something, right? And on the way, you're driving your car and you pop a tire. So you're so angry because you're going to be late for the meeting. You may not be able to meet the person you wanted to meet, or you will not be able to achieve what you wanted to achieve. So you stay in a bad mood because something negative has happened, right? If you dwell in that negativity, there is little chance of you being able to transform that negative occurrence into a positive one. you will stay in that vibration if you dwell in that negativity, and you just attract more negativity. You may, because once you stay in a particular vibration, you attract the vibration that you are. So it's very important that when you have these so-called negative experiences, that you take a second, see it as what it is, and do your best to calm down and do your best to transmute it. Because let's say, for the example I gave you, pop a tire, and now, of course, you have the emotions. I'm not saying don't feel the emotions. Feel the emotions, but let them pass. See them as what they are. An emotion I'm having right now, which will pass. And you begin to start thinking positively about it. What can I do about this situation? Maybe you have a jack in your car that you can take up and start like um, changing the tire. Maybe you have a spare tire, so you're like, oh, at least I have a spare tire. So you're slowly building positivity out of the situation. You go, maybe you change your clothes, your shirt or something, and you start fixing the tire. And it's possible that while you're fixing the tire, somebody who's driving along the road that maybe you pop your tire on sees you and decides to help you out, and maybe you have a conversation with them, and you could probably meet somebody who could change your life. So you were on your way going somewhere where you thought your life would change because you needed to meet someone and have a meeting and so on and so forth. But because your tire popped, you probably met another person who was even able to change your life quicker and faster than the person you would have gone to meet had you gone there. So that same negative thing that happened, your tire popping, has led to a different outcome because you took the situation as it was and took it positively, or tried to harness or harvest some positivity out of it. And once you took on that new vibrational state of, okay, I'm going to look for something positive out of this and build up that, you took action. You knew that, okay, I'm not just going to sit here and wallow in my pain or get angry and get so pissed off. I felt the feeling of anger, of frustration, and I let it pass. And then I was like, okay, let me change the tire. And just as you were changing the tire, because you now decided to take that action in a positive light, you were actually changing the tire, standing outside, and you met the person who changed your life. This is just a simple example I'm using about how situations that don't seem to serve you can still serve you depending on how you choose to react to the situation. And every situation you're having in life presents this opportunity. You know, you could be suffering from something, maybe say a disease or a failure or something in your life, right? And it seems so heavy for you because you can't seem to make sense of it. You don't understand how this came up. Like, why are you going through this? Of all the things you could be going through now, why you? Why this, right? Just realize that whatever you are experiencing, it's happening. It is what it is. And you can harness some positivity out of it. You can turn it into something. You see, we are alchemists. We are here in this reality to make something out of nothing. And when you have negative experiences like this, and you are able to tap into your positivity to, make a rose out of concrete, to make a meal out of like just three ingredients, to be able to create something magical out of nothing, you are training and harnessing your power to create. The creative power can make anything out of what seems like nothing. You read like the Bible and other like spiritual texts, and they show you these masters who are able to create magical things. Is because they understood the nature of reality and could mold it to fit the reality that they wanted to see. And usually it's because they understood the art of vibration, the art of tuning vibration. So this is all what I'm trying to say when I'm talking about staying positive. It's important to stay positive if you want a positive outcome out of any situation. Positive situations is easier to stay positive in to get a positive outcome, but negative situations, usually it may be harder. But if you can stay positive within negative situations, you are mastering your superpower of alchemy, of being the creator that you are, of taking something that is supposed to be nothing. That is supposed to destroy you and building yourself out of it. So you may be going through a tough time right now. You may be in a low point in your life. Things may seem like they're not going well for you. But I'm here to tell you that if you're experiencing that, then it's something that you can handle. The universe will not give you a challenge that you cannot handle. And if the challenge seems very tough for you, very heavy, very daunting, it just says that you are powerful enough. That's why you've been given this challenge. And as long as that challenge is there and you are facing it, it means you can overcome it. And you overcome it by changing your perspective on it. I have a video where I talk about this, changing your perspective on challenges and seeing them as stepping stones instead of stumbling blocks. I'm kind of talking about the same thing when I talk about staying positive in all situations and taking positivity from negative situations. Because once you're able to see positivity or take positivity in the most negative of situations, you're able to hold that vibration and harness that vibration. There are very few negative situations that will throw you off, that you won't be able to handle. You can walk through fire without burning. You can do the unimaginable, and you will discover more of what you're capable of, and you learn your true power. So stay positive. It may be tough because maybe you're not used to practicing it, but practice it. Practice it. In time, you will be able to find glimmer of positivity in every single thing that you experience. And when you find that positivity, just stay with it, focus on it, and it will attract more, to just keep expanding. The positive energy that you're building on will just keep expanding. New positive thoughts will come, new positive feelings will come, and you harness that into positive action. And before you know, the negative experience that you were seeing now even becomes a positive experience, because it brought you something positive. But it didn't just bring you something positive, you transmuted it, you turned it into something positive. You are the creator of your reality, and you can create any reality you want, and you can create positivity out of negativity if you remain positive. So whatever you're going through, I'm here to tell you, you can make it through. You can make it through. Sometimes just take a second, take a breather, remove yourself from the negative situation, process it, think about it, look for something positive. Even if you can't find something positive out of that particular situation, just look around you in your life and look for something positive. Something as simple as, I can breathe. This thing happened to me, but it didn't kill me. I'm still here. And as long as I can breathe, as long as I have breath, as long as my mind is working, as long as I'm conscious, as long as I exist, I can do something about this. And build that joy from that feeling of being alive, that feeling of, existing, and continue building on top of that joy over and over again, and build a positive bubble to the point where it transmutes and swallows up the negative bubble, and you experience the life you want to see, you experience the positive outcome you want to experience. So this is my message for you today. As always, I hope this has brought you some value. Do share with people you feel will find it useful, and please do like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next videos that I have to share. So once again, thank you and have a beautiful day.